FL Studio or Reaper. This is my two favorite DAW. I don't know who the one I use most. Okay, I use often really FL Studio in my first number one position of DAW, and Reaper is my second. But the more I discovered Reaper, the more I love Reaper. So here's my review. Something is really cool with FL Studio and Reaper. This DAW open in second, FL Studio 1, 2, 3 second. Reaper 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 3 versus 5. FL Studio is still the champion to open. Check this with Cubase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. But at last, FL Studio 3 second opening is the champion. If you're using other audio device, just like Audio Mobile Pre, it's really important to don't put that as the default device, sound device. For example, I do to playback peripheral. This is my integrated sound card on my laptop is the default one. If I switch to my Line Mobile Pre, use that as default, I come back to Reaper, and look what's happened. This fucking message happen every time, and you cannot use Reaper with the sound device. In Reaper, you don't have you can use a lot of instruments in the same channel. For example, model V combo like this, and I can add another one, micromoon. Okay, you got 3 synthesizer, and the 3 synthesizer play in the same fucking time. Bass model combo, and it is cool to access. That's really cool. In FL Studio, you can do the same thing, individual like that. To do exactly the same thing, you get to open, insert a layer plugin. The layer, you select right-click the plugin you want to be children, and the layer will be the parent. So select this out, set children at the 3 buttons. So all the synthesizers play at the same time. And the advantage of FL Studio is you can map each individual instruments on the keyboard section. This is like the Camera Quad, do it for C3 to C4, G4, C, D, A, F, G, okay, C, D, A, F, A, B, okay, you know what I mean. For the micromoon, exactly, I can map for the right side. So I can do the layer. So this can do is really a little bit an advantage of the FL Studio there. In this example, I use a Metallica rig on the channel mixer. It's like use exactly the same chain in FL Studio, and I do exactly the same chain in Reaper. So I got a 3D limiter, tube screamer, classic chorus, and NC8505 lead amp, and the Kefir stereo with the black and impulse response. So it takes around 31% of CPU usage. Okay, let's check it out. In Reaper, I got exactly the same chain. Exactly the difference. I use the re-gate as the gate, noise gate. Tube screamer, exactly the same thing. Classic chorus and CF25, and it take only one. Only. It's a joke. 11.0% compared to FL Studio with 25-30%. So Reaper use less CPU than FL Studio. That's really cool. Reaper is just like Cubase and other DAW. Really cool to play to do loop sequencing with overdub in MIDI sequencing. Just like, for example, I do a snap to I want to snap the beat to what the fuck? Where's there? Oh, there. Track recording setting. I want to snap the quantize to 116, just like the step sequencer. So I do my drum with do metronome there. 7, 8, and 1, 2, 4, 5. Everything's really cool for this sequencer. Perfect drum sequencing, MIDI overdub for the drum sequencing, and of course, no mess at all. In FL Studio, if you want to try to do exactly the same thing with the piano roll rather than the step sequencer, check this out. Okay, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. Hey, what happened to my first bass drum? There. You know, bad sync. Try to snap to the step sequencer. We do exactly the same thing. 3, 4, 1, 2, 4 cat. Sometimes it really functions really well. Try to 1, 2, 4, 1, 2. You know, sometimes don't have the bass drum, first bass drum strike in there or shit like that. This to solve the problem. This is to record as to the step sequencer. Everything is going really well. 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2. You know, everything is based on the step sequencer. Everything is really goes really well in FL Studio. So for the loop recording and the piano roll as MIDI sequence, you know, I think Reaper is the best for this. The plus in FL Studio, everything you see, the knob, the switch, and everything, you can assign to a MIDI controller. If I right-click, link to controller, for example, I want to put just that volume there, okay, or there, or there. So to create, you know, link to controller. I go to controller, I can control this. As well as the switch, link to controller. I can control the switch. I can switch the channel off or down. I can also do for the same thing for a little mixer slider. I can do that for the play. No, okay. Something really cool with FL Studio Plus is the transport button for play, stop, record, fast forward, rewind, or the oxygen funny one. It's really well support play there. I can I can do fast forward, rewind, fast forward, put the song to path mode. All the key function really plug and play with FL Studio. The Reaper, okay, I want to control the slider with the controller. Okay, right click and okay, what the fuck? I cannot receive, send, hardware output, media hardware output. Where's the media hardware input? You know that? Yeah, receive, all tracks. Okay, of course, assigning the button to a MIDI controller. For example, okay, I move this one. Okay, the step is there. I want to use my C10 knob on my, you know, rather to control the resonance, I want to control the cutoff of this one. So what I have to do is to move the cutoff, do to params, learn, and move the controller, click OK, and move the cutoff. So I can control both. Anyway, so I want to cancel this one. In FL Studio, when you want to record some, for example, my voice, oh yeah, it's hard to record. And if you do to song mode, record, I'll do a testing. I'll do 1, 1, 2, what the fuck is it? 1, 2. Okay, then you can do loop recording as well in FL Studio. And go to the playlist, and I got all this recorded already, the output with the effects and all this stuff. In Reaper, you can also record the input as an audio clip, or if you right click the record button, record output, stereo, mono, whatever. Oh, okay, my voice is mono. If I record input mono, I can apply, of course. So record this. Oh yeah, I record my voice in mono. It's like that. Okay. The only problem is when you record this, you have to, when you record the output, you got to switch to another, you know, another blank audio track as well. So to hear this just like this, oh yeah, I record my voice in mono. It's like that. But if you put this, this audio clip in the same track you use to record, it will reprocess all the thing on the FX, just like that. This, oh yeah, I record my voice in mono. It's like that. Okay, maybe if you put the FX off. This, oh yeah, I record my voice in mono. It's like that. So, but this was really cool. You can record the output with the FX as your audio track. The audio track, of course, or you can also record the input just like Cubase can do. This, oh yeah. Okay, that's really cool. So they both got the same advantage. Oh yeah, when you use a VST instruments in Reaper, everything is supported. And some slider of the keyboard can be really used as preset for a cutoff. You don't have to, you have some knob assignment by default. That's really cool. And of course, the pitch bend and the module is really support by default, like the pitch bend. Okay, can I get a song like more from mobile jump? Okay. As well as the mod wheel. So that's really cool. The BVLOG plugin is really does look like native supported, just like Cubase as well. In FL Studio, you have to assign the knob. The first the knob is not really very supported. The pitch bend. As well as I want to increase the pitch bend to 12. Yeah. What about the mod wheel? That does not function. What you have to do is to do the browse parameter and go to the mod wheel. Where's the mod wheel? Pen modulation wheel there. Right click and say link to controller and assign this. So it functions. But in Reaper it really functioned by default. The mod wheel and the pitch bends is supported as a plugin. So a little black in FL Studio. So the conclusion of this, I like FL Studio was always my first DAW, but I got a crush on Reaper. So maybe I use both ends depending on the project I want to use. But if you want to do some song on the draft with all the sliders, controller, live performance, FL Studio is the first choice, number one. But Reaper has got something interesting and really. So I gotta admit that if I can find all the advantage of FL Studio and Reaper, I can switch to Reaper and then say goodbye to FL Studio for the first time. For the last time, anyway. So thanks for watching my review and see you next time.